Hello, everybody. It's me again, Mr. Whale, I guess. So it's been a while since I made a video, and yeah. So, anyways, I'll take this out because I finished it. Basically, I just finished The Shadow Rising. It took me basically the whole month of August to read, which I'm not very proud of taking that long to read a book. I mean, just personally, I usually read a book in like a week, maybe 2 weeks at the most. I don't know. So it's a little, I don't know, annoying that took me like a whole month to read. But yeah. So this book is known as, like, by many, the best real time book. And 4 books in, I'll agree. Yeah, I agree. It's the best book I've read so far in the series. I mean, I've only read 4. This definitely does top The Great Hunt, which is my favorite up to then. Um, so yeah, I definitely like this book. I do think it might be topped by some other ones in the series, but um, yeah, it will. I'm sure it will get topped eventually, but as of now, it is my favorite one in the series. Now, first off, I just want to talk about a few scenes that I really liked. The Rudion scene, it reminded me of the flickering scene in The Great Hunt, where he looked into his the other lives that he could have. That's what it reminded me of. But yeah, that's what it reminded me of. But it's definitely a lot different, and in my opinion, it's one of the best sequences in the entire series so far. It's so cool. Seeing this history, I don't love the IEL, but I really liked learning their history. Um, it's really interesting how the traveling people are basically, they were IEL in a way, but they abandoned the dedication to the Aes Sedai. They abandoned it just so that they could find a song or something, which it all makes sense actually. A lot of the world makes sense now after the Aiel scene, um, Rudion scene. It makes sense now because he it makes sense, the song that the traveling people were looking for. In this one part, there was Ogier and Aiel singing when they were planting the Avon Desora seed. In that scene, um, in the scene where they're singing, that's a song that the traveling people are looking for. So I'm pretty sure that eventually, at one point in the series, probably near the end, maybe the last book, maybe a book before the last book, I don't know. But I think eventually the traveling people will find the song, and that would be cool. Because I definitely think that's the song that they're looking for. And I think that, I think, yeah, I think that's a song they're looking for. So it was very crazy that it ends up the traveling people were originally Aiel, and my favorite part of this is all the parts before they became like a warrior society. It was really interesting to see like this, uh, these people traveling the waste trying to um, get stuff, or wait, trying to, yeah, um, bring the Aes Sedai, Terangriel, Sangriel, Angriel, to Rudion, which we'll get to that in a second. But Rudion has a bunch of that stuff, but the Terangriel and stuff. But it's very interesting, the Aiel history, especially the time before they broke off into a warrior society because the guy accidentally killed somebody. Um, and I really like the part with the Age of Legends. I really hope we see that again. Like the part where one guy who witnessed the Dark One breaking out of his prison. That was really mind blowing and really cool to see. So him seeing that happen, and the part with the War of the Shadow. which where they're uh, the guy where they're singing and stuff, and then that part was really cool to see the part where they're singing and stuff for the Alvin Desora, and yeah, just all the parts of the Age of Legends and the breaking was just really cool, and I hope we see that again eventually. Now, so for the what I was saying about the Angriels and stuff is I think that first of all the statue, um, the foot tall statue for the male Chandler and the female Chandler that Lanfear is talking about all the time. I'm pretty sure my prediction is they're going to use that to defeat the Dark One. Either one female person, maybe Nynaeve, Moraine, Elaine, Egwene, somebody will use that, or maybe even Lanfear. That would be cool if Rand tricks Lanfear in the end to use the ter'angreal and then or sa'angreal, I don't know which one it is, and then turn on her or something. I don't know. That would be kind of cool. But my prediction is he's going to use that to defeat the Dark One, which yeah, yeah. So I'm sure that they're going to use that that to eventually, and the the foxes and the snakes was also really cool, um, especially the part where Matt goes into the snake place and is asking the questions. Um, some I'm pretty sure Matt is gonna marry. The daughters of the Nine Moon is mentioned in here, and I think that he's gonna end up marrying a Sanchan. She's gonna end up being a Sanchan princess or something, because in one part, a very early chapter, I think the first chapter of the book, there was a scene where somebody is talking to somebody in Sanchan, and she says something about the daughter of the Nine Moons in the very first chapter. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a Sanchan person. So as for what's going to happen, I don't know, but he's gonna. I bet that he's gonna marry a Sanchan person. Um, so yeah, that'll be interesting. By the way, I mean I predicted this like in the second book, I think, because maybe no, like the third book, it became pretty clear. I mean, kind of clear. It's still mysterious, I guess. It's not completely explained, but I'm pretty sure Matt is Rogoth Eagle Eye, either his descendant or reborn from Rogoth Eagle Eye. Now, that's because in the third book, he starts getting these memories of like him fighting Trollocs in the Trolloc War or something, and I'm pretty sure it's Rogoth Eagle Eye because, well, in the third book, there was this sentence that just was really weird and said, like, oh, that's what Rogoth Eagle Eye would do, and then it's like, wait, what? That's kind of random, and I think that's when it came apparent. Oh, okay, so that general in the Trolloc Wars, or leader of Manetheren, because he is descendant of the. I'm pretty sure he's the descendant of Rogoth Eagle Eye, because he's said because the true blood of Murthin runs strong in the two rivers or something. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be the descendant of Rogoth Eagle Eye, who is the king, leader, general of Murthin, Manetheren, or something. So I'm excited to see that because, I mean, like, I'm just keep thinking what's going on with Matt, and then I'm like, oh, that's what's going on with Matt. And like when somebody tells a story about Rogoth Eagle Eye in here, he says that he remembers it and stuff, even though, yeah. So I'm pretty sure he's the descendant of Rogoth Eagle Eye. The reason why I'm saying maybe he's born of Rogoth Eagle Eye is because the bow and arrow person you know, the bow and arrow person who appears to Nynaeve throughout the book, she said something about being reborn throughout, like, I don't know, different ages, and I think that that might be that Rogoth Eagle Eye was reborn into Matt or something like that, like uh, how Rand was reborn from Lewis Theron Telamon, or yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happened with that. I'm like 99% sure he's Rogoth Eagle Eye, descendant or something. So I'm excited to see more of that because I'm really starting to like Matt in this scene. The scene that I liked also was when Rand's sitting down at the Rodion and Matt is sitting down next to him. I mean, there was just something really touching about that scene where they're just sitting there silently looking out at the waste. I don't know. It's a really cool scene. Um, so what else? Oh, okay. So um, when Min saw Glory with Logain, I thought immediately, okay, he's gonna end up training Rand somehow because it mentioned how Rand needs a trainer or something um, to train him how to use Sidene, and it talks about all the time how Logain was such a big like powerhouse basically of the One Power, and I was thinking, what if Rand is somehow taught by Logain? And throughout the book, I was thinking that's what's going to happen. That's not what happened. He ends up getting trained by. He's going to get trained by the Forsaken, which, man, this. Even though the Great Hunt had such a good ending, I think this ending was a lot more of a good ending because it gave so much more to what's going to happen in the next book. Like, it feels like it's leading right into the next book. So, wow, I mean, the Forsaken person, he's going to train Rand. Now, I bet that near the end, he's gonna end up turning to the light, the Forsaken guy. Maybe he might end up turning to the light somehow. That's my bet, but he might not. We'll see. So yeah, I mean, really, since wait, actually, back to Logain real quick. When he didn't end up training Rand, my next bet is he's gonna get some sort of Angriel or Terangriel or Sangriel or something, and because of that, he's gonna be able to channel again. I bet that there's an Angriel somewhere um, that allows somebody that was gentled or stilled to channel again, and I bet Logain is going to get that, and he's going to be able to channel again. That's my bet. It's a very far off bet with no evidence supporting it, but I bet he's going to find a way to channel again. So yeah, we'll see. Now, Min's plotline was great. I really liked her story in here. I think Min is like one of my favorites now. I mean, in The Great Hunt and The Dragon Reborn, I was just like, I didn't really like her very much. But in this book, wow, I mean, I really am starting to like this character a lot. Yeah, I really like Min now. By the way, the Elaine and Rand romance is just, it's not, I don't like it very much. And it's like there's a hint or something that Avienda and Rand are gonna have some sort of romance or something. I don't want that either. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen because they're like, oh, I don't know, I don't know. But I don't really like that very much. I think that she should just like have a romance with Min because I don't know. I like that. I like that Min and Rand and stuff. But I really don't like it with Rand and Elaine. Just it feels weird. It doesn't feel like real. I don't know very much. But Min and Rand do, and I want to see that develop more and just forget about the Elaine and Rand thing. I mean, Elaine at times is just a little annoying with being, oh, I'm the daughter heir and whatever. But other than that, she's fine. I really also like Nynaeve now. She's really great. I like her character a lot actually, even though she gets mad all the time. Um, and Perrin's plotline was good. Wow, I mean, that marriage scene, that's definitely on the top five scenes in maybe the entire series. Where Perrin and Fael get married, it's just it's so uh, yeah. I mean, there's just so many emotions. So, like I was like ah, it was so well written. I don't get why everybody hates Fael. I mean, sure, she tricked Loyal and poor Loyal and stuff. I mean, for sure. And I don't know. She could be a little annoying. I mean, and mean and stuff, but I don't know. I like her. I think she's a good character. I don't see all the hate for her very much. Um, yeah, that was a good scene. I mean, from the beginning, as soon as there was like a Slayer in the Two Rivers or something, and there was Lord Luke, I immediately was thinking Lord Luke is Slayer, and I'm not sure they're gonna go that way. I was thinking either Lord Luke is Slayer or Padon Fane is Slayer. I'm not sure which one, but one of them two. I'm pretty sure Lord Luke. I'm not completely sure. Um, Now, Padon Fane was again, uh, as always, pretty creepy. He tortures a Murdral, which is kind of weird and surprising and kind of scary because Murdral are like so, you know, Murdral-y. That's weird that this human person is just able to like torture it. I mean, he's not really human. He's Murdith or Mordith or whatever. Mirdith, that guy, Shadar Logoth. He's basically Shadar Logoth mixed with Phaedon Fane. So I'm really liking him as a villain. Now, it definitely said that Rand has a half brother, and I think I know who it is. I bet that it's Bornhold. Lord or Dane Bornhold. I'm pretty sure that that's who it's going to be. Because uh, Geofram Bornhold, I think he's a single parent, first of all. It never mentions his wife at all, or whatever. It doesn't mention anything about that. Now my bet is that Geofram Bornhold and the maiden, the person who became the maiden were married him and stuff. And I think that I'm pretty sure that Dane Bornhold is gonna be Rand's half brother, and I am so excited to see that what happens or who his brother is, and I bet it's Dane Bornhold. I mean, I bet it is. I don't. There's really not very much evidence, but I believe it. So yeah, I really hope that happens. I can't wait to see who his brother is, and hopefully it's him. So that's gonna be really cool to see. Um, Now, I think that um, I don't know. Oh, Couladin. Couladin was pretty. That was a pretty cool scene where Couladin and Brand, like Couladin had those dragon marks on his hands, and then Rand had them too, and then they were like fighting over it and stuff. And then he mentions how the Aiel used to be the way of the leaf, and then the clan chiefs know that Rand is the dragon and not or Car. Um, so that was a pretty good scene. I like that a lot. Um, Now I'm pretty sure that the teleportation thingy that Rand uses in the end of the book um, is the same teleportation thing that Rand used in the Eye of the World, because there's this like platform, and it goes across like this black space and goes to a staircase in Eye of the World. I'm not sure if there's a or a platform like in this one, but I know that he ran up a staircase that just never seemed to end. So I'm pretty sure he did that thing that he did in this book in Eye of the World. Now, I like the beginning a lot. Also, the first 200 pages, like this much, also was pretty good. The parts in tier, I don't really like tier people, except that sounds kind of I don't know. I like Julian Sandar. He's pretty good. I like his character a lot. Same with Bayer Doman. Is that his name? Yeah, Bayer Doman. Um, and I like him. I like Julian Sandar. I like Tom. Tom Maryland. By the way, Tom is. I'm 100% sure Tom is Elaine's dad. Yeah, there's so much evidence that Tom is Elaine's dad, and I'm excited to see that. So, hmm, yeah, the Trolloc raid in the very beginning, it was pretty, um, yeah, it was pretty crazy. The part in the end where he tries to make the girl come back alive was also pretty like, oh, that was kind of a random really dark moment that just happened. Um, but that part where he makes some sort of like storm ball or something, and it shoots out lightning and kills all the Trollocs was pretty cool. Um, yeah, that part was pretty good. And the peddler part where the Forsaken, Lanfear, and Ashodin, or I don't know how to pronounce his name. Um, but the Gleeman person, I mean, as soon as Mokodine, I thought it was Lanfear at first, but apparently it's Mokodine, or something. Is her name Mokodine? Is another Forsaken, and that um, she said that Ishmael. She said something about how Ishmael is chasing after Rand, and then I was like, something like Ishmael. She said something about Ishmael chasing somebody. And then after that, I was thinking, is the peddler Ishmael? And I think he is. I think the peddler is Ishmael. And I think that Lanfear hasn't told him for some reason. But I'm pretty sure because she's definitely said something about Ishmael going after Rand or something. I'm not sure. Is Ishmael dead? Did he die in the third book? I don't know. But he definitely said something about, or she said something about how Ishmael going after him. So I'm confused, but we'll see. It's looking good, I guess. But also, I'm really excited to see how the Forsaken trains in. I'm excited to see what happens in the next book. Yeah, and after that, it became really apparent how there definitely at least two of them are Forsaken. That I thought Ishmael, I thought all four of them were Forsaken, but Ishmael the peddler, we still don't know if he's Ishmael or not. I think he is, maybe not. The Gleeman, it was so obvious that he's one of the Forsaken because he's keep on talking about how painful it must be to go mad and stuff. It's like he's just kind of manipulating him, trying to get him to see, like trying to get him to make him like give up, basically. Um, Now, was that all my theories? Oh, I'm forgetting something really big. The White Tower. That was wow. I mean, That whole part with the White Tower being taken over by Elida. By the way, I hope Elida dies, please. I really don't really know. I mean, wow. I mean, she just. It's like she's like, oh, I gotta save the White Tower because it's dangerous and so on Sancho's hands. And then it's like, oh look, you just destroyed the White Tower by trying to save it. So you just destroyed the White Tower, destroyed the White Tower. Yeah, you just destroyed the White Tower. You destroyed you might have destroyed the world because the White Tower is one of the biggest um, defenses against the the White Tower is one of the biggest defenses against the Shadow, and now you just made it into a civil war. Now the world is basically going to. I mean, you just made the likelihood of the world being doomed basically because now nobody's going to be controlling Rand anymore, and nobody is going to be like trying to going to be like all united when the shadow happened when the last battle comes. So now you're not going to be united, and it's just uh, I hope yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I think that the next book, I'm pretty sure the next book is really going to focus on the civil war that's going on in the White Tower. So I'm really excited to see that. Something Logain, as I said, with getting an Angreal. My prediction for the next one, he's going to get a Sangreal or something. It's going to let him channel. Um, him in the blue Aja and I think the green Aja were kicked out of the tower, which is just ridiculous, and I hate Elida so much. Oh. But I think they kicked out of the tower, and now I think in the next book, Logain is going to um, get something that allows them to channel again. Um, if so, see you on Sanche and Leanne, Leanne, or whatever her name is, the keeper of the Chronicles. Basically, I think they could channel again maybe, which I just can't stand. That Elida just is like, oh, she's gonna destroy the White Tower, and then she's like, okay, I'm just gonna still you right now because apparently you're dangerous. You're dangerous. um, but apparently because she's dangerous, so now I'm gonna still her and just destroy her completely because oh, she's dangerous and gonna destroy the White Tower. Elida is just the worst. I hope Trollocs get her or something. I don't know. It's just she's just ridiculous. Gawain, I didn't understand Gawain hate, and I was just like, why is everybody hating Gawain? I mean, he's not a bad character. He's just like mediocre, I think. And then the scene happened where he kills his trainer without hesitation when somebody says, "Siwon Sanche's a dark friend," and then suddenly this guy's like, "No, he's not because no, she's not because I know her, and she would never be a dark friend." So then he goes and tries to rescue her, and then Blood and Bloody Ashes, Gawain freaking kills him because oh, they said she's a dark friend. I'm gonna just kill my master that I've spent a year with, like at least a year with. It's like Blood and Bloody Ashes, to quote Matt. Okay, she's just or he and she, Elida and Gawain, are two of the worst characters ever. I mean, I hope Trollocs get them. I mean, that's all I can say. Um, yeah. So yeah. Anyways, I both of them are just ridiculous, and anyways, so the next wait, yeah. So I think that's about it. I'm probably forgetting something, but I can't think of anything else. I mean, it's just it's such a good book. I mean, this definitely is the best book I think in the series so far. Sure, there were some parts that I was just a little bored during. I mean, not because it was bad, just because I don't know, because it was taking me so long to read. But no, I mean, at times it was just like, but then you know, but then it got good again, and I really like it. Like around here, I was just starting to get bored, and then the White Tower thing happened. Then suddenly, oh, this is the best book in the series so far. It definitely. I mean, I thought that first of all, I was reading it. I was like, I don't know. It doesn't really seem like it's taking the series to new heights and stuff. And then about like, I don't know. At one point, I was just like, yeah, it's taking the series to new heights. Um, it really leaves the next books in a really good place to continue the story, and it's so basically it's leaving the next books um, in a good place. Like it's not like it's leading the book to be recovered, like how I felt the Dragon Reborn, the Dragon Reborn book. I felt like that book needed to be recovered after. I felt like that book needed to be recovered by this book, and definitely did recover from that book. I know I dislike I do dislike the third book a bit, quite a bit. It's not bad necessarily. It just isn't great. I mean, it's not. It's just I don't know. It's not. I don't know. I didn't really like it as very much as other ones. I guess I don't know. I'm just I don't know. Basically, this book recovered from the third book, and it left the series in this new place for the next books to take off from, because now there's so many stuff that could it leads into the next book so well, and I bet with the next book it's going to lead into the next book so well, and then forward. So that's really exciting. I mean, I'm excited to see how it continues on to the next book, and then